Hi, welcome to Sold on Local with Lori Seavey and Karen Shores of the Lori Seavey Realty team. We're super excited to be here today at Gallery of Wines at 21 North Washington Street.
Gallery of Wines is your local family-owned boutique wine, craft beer, and cheese shop destination. We're here at the North Washington Street entrance, but there is also plenty of parking and an entrance around back. So come on in, let's meet the owner, John.
Well, we are super excited to be here today with John at Gallery of Wines, this beautiful business that we want to introduce you to. So we have a few questions for you, John. What made you decide to open up Gallery of Wines?
So about 10 years ago, I opened up the Gallery of Wines. It was actually a 20-year sort of plan that I had, but I guess the short answer is I've been around wine for since I was 3. And in the business that I was in before retiring from it and being making this sort of my full-time job as of last year in the financial services, I did a lot of wining and dining. So I guess I would say I got the bug, the wine bug, and the food bug. So I always wanted to open something that was sort of a little bit different than the traditional liquor store business models. So Gallery of Wines was born.
Excellent. Well, what makes Gallery of Wines different?
So the uniqueness of Gallery of Wines is that we're not your typical liquor store. And what I mean by that is we're not in the business of stocking up basically commoditized name brands, right? So I tend to focus more on smaller mom and pop, the small business person, right? The small farmer, the small winemaker, the artisanal winemakers. So quality over quantity is what I focus on. And of course, sustainability, organic. So all of those kind of weigh in on the selection process that we bring in, whether that's wines, whether that's the craft beer story, whether that's the spirits that we now are able to carry. Everything is procured and curated with that methodology in place.
Right. Something you don't find if you just go to your local liquor store.
Yeah, I mean, again, the names are not what people would typically see in a big box store. But with that comes again, the uniqueness of these wines and the fact that there's maybe a couple hundred to a couple thousand cases. So again, it's really about the quality, sustainability, organic, and wines that really, there are no carcinogens in these wines, right, which nowadays is becoming more and more abundantly popular because people are focused on wellness, right? So started this sort of venture, the thought process 20 years ago, put it into play for 10 years. We're coming up on our 10th year anniversary and people love it. And then I think the education that they get here with us as well, the wine food pairing recommendations that they get that they are not able to get at other places because they just don't have, there's just not enough knowledgeable people in the business. Right. I've been around it since I was 4 years old, so here I am, Give
us an example of that. Give us a meal, like a chicken dish or something like that.
Yeah, someone comes in and, hey, I'm going to have some steaks on a grill, I'm going to have a roast, or I'm having some, shell fishing tonight, shellfish, what would you recommend? And I'll ask, is it a white or is it a red night kind of night? And especially in the summer, a lot of folks are either going to go with the white options, right? Or, in some cases like me, die-hard red wine kind of guy through and through. I'll recommend a light red wine, like a, very, I call it feminine, either Beaujolais or Pinot Noir or a Frappato, which is, a grape from Italy, and those can be chilled. Those wines, can be chilled, they can be served chilled, they're very light, and they sort of will enhance the experience of that steak dinner or that, that grilled option that they're doing on a grill without having to revert to a white. And if they want white, we can help them with the white as well. So I have that daily. Okay. And people really, really enjoy it. So they come in here and they're like, what would you recommend with this? Right. And I pick it for them.
Really important question, and It's awesome that you can answer that. So I want to talk about one of your favorites. Yep. So we have the summer water. Yep. And we also have it bubbly right here. So tell us about this and why, especially women, love it.
So this has become a really popular option for the summer. as more and more people are drinking whites and rosés. The reds kind of take a back seat, unfortunately, until the fall. This is a French-inspired wine out of California, and it's unique in the sense that it's got 0 sugar and 3 grams of carbs. So for anyone that's kind of into fitness or watching, their weight or very sensitive about that, and they want to enjoy the summertime wine is very popular. It also does come in the bubbly form, and it's it's relatively inexpensive to get a very good quality French-inspired wine, which is done by a French maker out of California.
What are some other current trends that you're seeing in the industry?
Huge trends we're seeing right now are the ready-to-drink spirits. So whether it be the seltzer waters, in a can, or we have like the margaritas, the espresso martinis. So that's like blown up. So that's number 1 trend. The number 2 trend is non-alcoholic beverages. So we've had a lot of people that have been shifting away from alcohol, but they still enjoy their wine, red, white. And so I've had to, over the last 2 years, look at some really good quality options available to fit that population or that segment of the population. And you can get a Sauvignon Blanc, you can get a Cabernet now, you can get some Prosecco, you can get Champagne that's beautiful quality that are made in Europe without any alcohol. So that's become enormously popular, and as well as the craft beer. So again, not everyone wants to sort of drink, the alcohol and from an IPA or something. So we have probably 3 or 4 brands that are non-alcoholic. Yep. So enormously popular. So, and it's an ever-changing environment when it comes to alcohol.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
And what else would you say your customers love about your business?
I think what they really like about it is, first of all, you come in and they look around and they think, well, this is going to be a high premium, high priced shopping experience. And as they walk around, a couple of things come to mind. As obviously about 85% of our product is priced under $20 in terms of wines. They also love the labeling on the wines. I call it the winemaker's notes. They love that because if they're coming in here, they don't want to be sort of entangled or engaging with anyone. They want to kind of freelance. They can do that and get a lot of information off the bottles. And I do that not only for the customer's standpoint, but also for me, because it's going to be hard for me to remember, all of the different sort of unique tasting notes about all of these wines that I have in the store.
Right, that is really helpful.
Do you write on all of these?
I do. Yeah, so that's my handwriting. That's my handmanship, yes. Something that I took away from early childhood that did well for me. So yeah, it's coming into good use now in my adult years. So yes, so that's what they enjoyed, and I think the friendliness, the experience, the knowledgeable staff that I have. So it's me and my brother-in-law, Ray, who sort of is responsible for the beer, the beer ordering, and so it's we're a team. So it's a family-owned business. It's been here for 10 years. We're hoping to be here for the next 20, 30 years. So, and here's the story. So, yeah.
So, in addition to that, what do you think would be some of the biggest things important for you for people to shop local?
Well, I mean, shopping local certainly in the 10 years that I've been here has really gained momentum, and it's gained momentum because people are realizing, support your local businesses, because if you're supporting your local businesses, they in too are going to support the local community. And that's one thing that I'm very proud of, being a business owner here, being associated with the Downtown North Attleboro Collaborative that are 30 plus businesses strong. We're here to obviously not only create the awareness for all the businesses in town and support each other, but we're also here to support our community through non-for-profit donations that we do each and every year. Whether it's done as on the collaborative side or done at the individual business owner. So if you're supporting your local business, we have more resources to reinvest back into the community. It's a win-win situation. You help us, we help the community, and I think it's a win-win formula. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that and your beautiful store.
We appreciate your time, and thank you for stopping by.
And happy 10-year anniversary.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone for watching. We'll be back next time to interview another local business for Sold on Local with the Lori Seavey Realty team.